Turning our attention now to a developing story in Frisco. Now, just take a look at this damage to a home after a fire. The roof just charred. Lightning strikes are most likely to blame for all of this damage. Structure fire crews were busy battling on this on Tuesday. Now, let's bring in meteorologist Maria Ruiz now on taking a look on how one storm can create others when we have situations like we had yesterday with those afternoon storms popping up.
Yeah, and lightning just one of the impacts that we saw. We also saw flooding. This was tweeted at us from Farmers Branch, and you can see there that street just flooded. You can see ponding, severe ponding at that. You can't see the ground where that tree sits. The sidewalk is covered in that water. Just remember, do not drive over water-covered roadways. This is pretty much the setup yesterday. This was around 4 or 5 in the afternoon. We saw these thunderstorms kind of pop up, and then one thunderstorm generated more storms. So here's what we call the parent storm, and then there's an outflow that came right underneath it, and that outflow caused more storms in Tarrant County, and you can see that happening right there. And it happened all within the span of 10-20 minutes. This is what we call outflow generated thunderstorms. And an outflow is simply just a boundary that separates the rain-cooled air from the surrounding air. It's something that you feel when you're outside before a storm arrives. It's warm, it's muggy, and then all of a sudden you feel this rush of cooler air from a thunderstorm that's nearby. That's what we call an outflow. For a thunderstorm, you need moisture, which we had plenty of it. So you could step outside and it felt muggy. The instability that happens whenever we had the sunshine for a good portion of the day, it warmed up the ground. And the lift, a lot of times the lift comes in the form of a cold front or a dry line that helps push this air up to create these thunderstorms. But an outflow can act as a mini lift. It can act as a small localized front. It helps lift new thunderstorms into the area, and sometimes outflows can clash into each other, causing some of these slightly stronger storms that produce quite a bit of lightning. Just a few lightning facts. On average, over the last 20 years, about 28 people have died in the United States each year from lightning strikes. It's why we often say, even though we're not expecting severe weather, a thunderstorm does not have to be severe to contain lightning. So if you can hear thunder, you are likely close enough to be struck by lightning, so make sure to head inside. Texas is actually second to Florida in lightning deaths, believe it or not, and 73% of the lightning deaths occur in June, July, and August. Of course, a time when a lot of people are spending outside. So just be cautious out there.